Hello geographers, and welcome to this video, which is a very short tutorial showing you how to use the footnotes and referencing within Word. This needs to be used in conjunction with the PowerPoint that you have on referencing so that you know how to be referencing in text, such as I've done in this example here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how to use those footnotes and make sure that everybody that you have used within your literature review is correctly referenced so that you are not facing the risk of plagiarism. So we're going to run through this bit by bit. So what I've chosen to do today is actually just to use a website that is often used by students that look at Chesil Beach, and I know a lot of you this year have chosen to look at this one. So the website, if I just show you really quickly, is this one here. Which is showing you about Chesil Beach and Pebbles. If you haven't seen this yet through your process of research, it's by a earth scientist called Dr. Ian West from Southampton University. It's definitely worth a look through if you haven't already. So what I just want to show you is how to actually give credit to this, because if we go back to my example, you can see that the first sentence I've used here is actually taking information from this website. So I have done my in-text reference, and we've got Ian West and D. Harvey here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to highlight that reference, and then we are going to go to references at the top, and then we're going to put insert footnote. So here is where we just put the record of the internet website so that we know where we got this information from. And we're going to follow the Harvard structure of referencing using this bullet pointed list of ordering of information. So the first thing we need to do is the author name in the organisation and the year of publication. So if you've done the in-text referencing correctly, you already have that. So here we go. We've got Ian West and Harvey. D, I feel like I should know the first name of that chap, but he doesn't really seem to have been quite as kind of involved with the rest of the website. And then we've got 2013. So let's put that in. So we've got West, I, and Harvey, D, and then the date that it was published was 2013. So then what we need to do is we need the title of the specific document if there is one. So let's go back to this website, and you can see here that it's Chesil Beach Pebbles. Because this is a university website, they've actually almost kind of done a similar sort of referencing. It's got a slightly different format, and they've actually put this as the full title. So let's just use that. But Chesil Beach and Pebbles would have been fine. If you're using any other website, you're probably going to find yourself just using the title of the website that's at the top in the biggest letters. So if we just pop that into there. So that's our third bit. The publisher. So I suppose we could go here, Southampton University. You may find that other websites aren't going to have something quite so obvious, but you can just obviously kind of do your best with that. It does say if applicable, so if you can't find it, then don't worry too much. The next thing we need is the date. So today is the 21st of the 1st, 2021. And then the very last thing is the URL. So if I just go back to the website, nice and easy, copy that over. And then we're just going to pop it into there. So you'll see that that's the first of what would here, with this example, be 3 references within your footnote. So we obviously could move on and do this one here. And we could also do the one underneath the image. You should be looking to do referencing for any images that you get as well, so please don't forget to do that. So what that's going to look like in the end is you're going to end up with each of these references having a little number next to them. So I can show you my completed version here. So note that we've got this one that we've done together. We've got this one down here as number 2 and number 3. So again, we've got the International Gem Society and the National Park Service. Now it's worth noting, I haven't done anything phenomenal to get to these websites. I didn't really know of particularly this National Park Service one. You will often find that you kind of end up on a little kind of journey of discovery, really, as you kind of find kind of evidence. So if I go through how I did this, you can see that here For example, I saw that West and Harvey mentioned the Mohs scale, and I thought it might be quite good to actually have a look at that in a bit more detail. So I literally just Googled the Mohs hardness scale, and I ended up with this website, which looked pretty legitimate. And then it obviously gave me some information, and I could see that the quartz that they were talking about and feldspar was about 6 to 7. So that almost referenced my second point. But then I thought, this is quite a nice little picture as well, so I'll pop that in. But it wasn't actually this website that created it, it was this one here, the National Park Service, which took me to this photograph or this image here. So it's just a case sometimes of investigating further into the points that are in the first website, and you'll find that you're kind of being led to other websites and references. So try your best to do that in as much detail as you possibly can. So I hope that was helpful. Like I said, it's really important that before you get to this point, you read through the referencing PowerPoint again and just check that you're happy with how to reference in text. But this is just a nice way of referring to those references using Word so that it's nice and clear for you. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. Obviously, anything that you need on clarification with all of that, then do get in touch with your geography teachers. But good luck with the completion of your literature review and the rest of your NEA.